Hi everyone, this is Laurece West from LaureceWestStudios.com. I'm a voice and performance coach. I offer elite training for professional singing and speaking. And that's a high density of sessions to allow rapid skill acquisition and up-leveling, and very similar to Olympic coaching. So today we're going to talk about why you can't teach yourself to sing. Yes, absolutely sing. I want you to sing. I want you to enjoy yourself. But the challenge with teaching yourself to sing is that you don't know what you don't know, and you haven't figured out the easiest way to get the voice that you want, right? Or you wouldn't even be listening to this. There are things that you're wanting with your voice that you haven't been able to get to yet. And here's the reason why. Because in trying to figure out how to get what you wanted to do with your voice, you've learned all sorts of inefficient ways to do it. No one showed you, and unfortunately, you should have been shown. We all should be shown how to sing with the most ease, because singing is a human experience, just like walking and talking and reading and writing. So if we were all doing it like we should be doing it as a human thing, you would have lots of examples all the time and lots of time to practice, like all day long, like as much as you talk. We could be singing to each other. This would not be a big deal. But because nobody showed you and nobody gave you lots of feedback, think about if you have children or if you've seen younger brothers or sisters or cousins raised, when they're learning how to talk, there's all sorts of feedback. When they go, then the mother says, it's mom. And the sister goes, it's mom. And the brother goes, it's mom. And there's constant feedback. And so what we did not get, if we trained ourselves as singers, we did not get that feedback. And we didn't get feedback from lots of people when it was kind of like, well, what are you saying? And you couldn't actually get it to happen. And so what's happened is you've taught yourself and you've created inefficient neuromuscular habits. You know, the brain is telling the voice to do this, and it's not getting you the results that you want. So what a great coach can do is help you undo what's not working for you and build for you the skills so you can have the voice that you want. Now, what comes up for people is like, oh my God, I've got a style, I've got this happening, and I don't want to lose it, and I don't want to sound like everybody else. That's also improper coaching, because the truth is nobody has a voice like you, just like nobody has your fingerprints, nobody has your iris prints. And if you're going to sound like everybody else, that means you're doing imitation. What we want to do is we want to release all the imitation so you can find your unique voice. And we want to release you artistically so you can express, you have the courage to express your uniqueness, because then you're really something special. Because nobody's like you, and nobody has the experience you have, nobody has the voice that you have, and so we really want to find that voice too. And the exciting thing about this is that actually singing gets a lot easier because you're not doing what you've been trying to do. So for example, if you said, Laurece, I'm going to send you to the Olympics to do weightlifting. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I would just use all sorts of other muscles to get that weight lifted up. And that's essentially what you're doing. You're using a lot of other things that are wasting energy and not getting you what you want. But the same thing is, you can always do those. So in other words, and I've given the analogy of a dance. If you know how to do a dance really well, and I teach you a bunch of other dances, and I'm just going to say, well, this is where things are a little tight here, and this is where, just relax a little bit. You could still do the dance. Or you can say, well, I'm going to hold the tension to do that dance so I can do it in that way because that's what I'm used to doing. It's the same thing for singing. I'm not going to take away what you've got. I'm going to give you lots of other opportunities to learn new tones, new power, new flexibility, etc. So if this is at all of interest and makes sense to you, give me a call or definitely go to the contact page of my website, LaureceWestStudios.com, and sign up for 25 minutes to talk. Have some strategy about what you're wanting and why you're not getting what you want, and some tips for going forward, and we can also talk about some training packages if you're interested. And one last thing that I'm thinking of, this is why you can't go on a YouTube channel and why you won't see singing exercises on my website, because you can't actually learn from that. we have to really, as you see, because you probably already tried it, right, that you can't actually get better from that because you need the feedback. You have to have the feedback to really understand what you've tried your best to do that's not getting you what you want, okay? So I would love to talk with you, and if you're long distance, we can work over Zoom, and if you're really drawn to work with another coach, that's great too. The idea is that you really have to have coaching to get better, okay? Take good care, and until next time, sing and speak with your heart.